This past year has been extremely difficult for me. I have always been close to my family, so when I found out that my dad had cancer, I was terrified. It was in April of this year, and I had just woken up to find my dad sitting in the living room. I knew that he had had a doctor's appointment that morning to get his biopsy results back, so when he said, "Sit down, we need to talk," I knew the news was bad. The only other time my parents had told me to sit down to talk like that had been in November of 2014, when we found out that my brother's girlfriend of 4 years had unexpectedly passed away, which we would later find out was due to undiagnosed cancer. I sat there, trying to hold back the tears as my dad explained that he had stage 4 bladder cancer and that the doctors were looking into options, but at the same time were only giving him 6 months to a year to live. I spent the rest of my week locked in my room, refusing to talk to anyone, which is what I do when something bad happens. There had already been so many deaths in our family over the past few years, and those had been hard enough. But losing my dad, that was an unbearable thought. Maybe it was because I'd recently gone through a bad breakup and was already going through a rough time, but somehow my dad was taking the news a lot better than I was. He and Mom were planning a last trip to Ireland. He was openly joking about still being allowed to drink. I, however, kept to myself as much as possible. I wasn't taking classes at the time, so I had no reason to leave my house. It was about a month before I told any of my friends what was going on, and even then I only told 3 of them. Other people would eventually find out, but for the most part I wanted to keep it to myself. Eventually I found my support system. In July of this year I started dating a longtime friend, Lee. He became my shoulder to cry on and my best friend. Because of him, I was able to laugh again. He would always find ways to distract me, and my parents absolutely adored him, which had never happened before. Even my cat, who hates everyone, would greet him any time he comes into the house. In early October, my dad's doctor gave him the news. His cancer was in remission, but he would still have to go through treatments. His doctors also wanted him to fly out to Houston, Texas to MD Anderson. To help pay for some of the expenses, my niece, who barrel races, put together a benefit race, which raised over $1,200. It would help cover the flights and the hotel costs at least. My dad still gets tired easily, but I can tell he's feeling better. Lee is still my best friend and my support system, and he's always helping out my parents when they need help. He's also constantly getting me to do things out of my comfort zone, like leave my house more. And because of him, I don't lock myself in my room like I used to. I really don't know how I'd gotten through any of this without him by my side.